Hello, you are welcome to my channel. Here is a brief one from JAMB and also tricky. So pay attention. It says chlorine gas turns starch iodide paper. A, red. B, dark blue. C, colorless. D, pink. Now, many students would like to pick pink for a reason, because most of us we are taught only one test for chlorine, that is litmus paper test. But there are two main tests for the presence of chlorine. So if you suspect any gas to be chlorine, you can subject it to two laboratory tests. Number one test is litmus paper test. Litmus paper test. Number two is starch-iodide paper test. These are the two tests. Now let's look at litmus paper test. When you pass chlorine gas, an unknown gas suspected to be chlorine, you pass it across a litmus paper, whether blue litmus paper or red litmus paper. What the chlorine gas does is to turn this litmus paper to pink and then bleach it. So any gas that turns litmus paper to pink and bleaches it is chlorine gas. The next test is starch-iodide paper test. Starch-iodide paper contains what is called iodide ion, iodine ion. Now, when you pass chlorine gas across starch-iodide paper, remember starch-iodide paper contains iodide ion. What happens is that iodide ion has one extra electron. That is why it is 1 minus. One of the chlorine atoms here will accept that electron and become reduced to chloride ion. Chloride ion. Chloride ion, which is colorless. Right? Now, the iodine, losing that electron, becomes oxidized to iodine atom. Two iodine atoms will combine to form iodine molecule. You see, let's balance the equation. Chlorine is 2 here. Chloride, you write 2 at the back of the chloride. Okay? Iodine is 2 there. You also write 2 here. So what happens is that chlorine atom here will remove the extra electron, oxidizing iodine to iodine molecule. So at the end of the day, chloride ion is colorless, but iodine molecule is now responsible for the color change of the starch-iodide paper, which is dark blue. Dark blue. Iodine molecule is dark blue when you are testing for chlorine using starch-iodide paper. What chlorine does is to precipitate iodine molecule out of the starch-iodide paper, which turns the starch-iodide paper dark blue.